2 days ago, Taehyung saw his new neighbor moving in. He was carrying boxes all alone, and his face was barely visible under his black hoodie. Taehyung hadn't seen him again since that day. The window was already shut, curtain tucked close, and the house looked dark all the time. Only sometimes a shadow could be seen through the curtain. Once Taehyung had seen a glimpse of him, a boy with soft features like someone from a perfect anime. That one look was enough to leave the strange feeling in Taehyung's heart. Taehyung was a straightforward and introvert person. He is like sometimes he shared too much about himself and left embarrassed later, but still he stayed true to who he was. For the past 1 month, Taehyung had been feeling in his chest. Every time he walked home at night, he felt like someone was following him. He heard soft footsteps behind him. When he turned around, no one was there, but Taehyung knew he wasn't imagining it. Taehyung thinking, I know I heard it. Someone is following me. I am not crazy. The next day, Taehyung left early in the morning for work and returned late at night. The sky was dark, the streetlights were dim, and the road was empty, but this time he clearly saw a shadow behind him. Taehyung changed his pace, walking faster. The shadow moved faster too. He slowed down. It also slowed down. Taehyung whispered into himself, "It's real. Someone is really following me." He entered a nearby market. His heart was beating fast. He passed by a shop with a large mirror and glanced at the reflection. His heart dropped. It was him, his ex-boyfriend. Mom had once been sweet, but soon he tried to control Taehyung's whole life. He told him what to wear, what to eat, and even how to smile. He never let Taehyung leave the house without makeup. When Taehyung finally gathered the courage to speak, the turn and end the relationship, when ego was hurt, he disappeared after that. It has been almost a year. Taehyung thinking, why now? Oh, why he is back? Why he is following me? Try not to panic. Taehyung act like he didn't see him and walked towards his street, but he didn't go to his own house. His father automatically turned to the house next door. The house was the new neighbors. He rang the bell. His heart was beating like a drum in his chest. After a long minutes, the door opened slowly. It was him. The mysterious was now up close. Taehyung could see him clearly. The skin was soft and fair. His jawline was sharp, and his lips had a gentle curve. His hair fell slightly over his eyes, making him up looking mysterious and beautiful. Jungkook, yes. His voice was calm, deep, and polite. Taehyung nervous. Can I come in, please? A guy. He is following me. He is standing behind the lamppost. Jungkook stepped out and peeked in the side. He saw a man hiding just as Taehyung had said. Jungkook softly came in. Taehyung quickly stepped inside. Jungkook closed the door behind him, locking it quietly. He didn't say much. He walked into the kitchen and returned with a glass of water. Jungkook gently here. Taehyung, thank you. He sat on the edge of the couch, his hands shaking slightly. Jungkook sat across from him, still silent. He didn't ask a question, didn't speak much. He watched Taehyung carefully, almost like he was trying to understand him. Taehyung tried to smile. I really appreciate it. You didn't have to let me in, but thank you. I didn't know where else to go. Jungkook quietly, it's okay. You look scared. There was a short silence. Taehyung noticed that Jungkook eyes were almost alert, like he was watching every move. Then awkwardly, are you scared of me? You are sitting so far. Am I that weird? Jungkook shook his head slightly. Jungkook, not weird, just careful. You could be anyone, a stranger. Maybe Even someone dangerous. Taehyung laughed nervously. Me? Dangerous? I can't even kill a spider. Jungkook leaped into a small smile. Jungkook, then maybe you are harmless. Taehyung, I am. Taehyung expected Jungkook to ask question, but he didn't say anything. He just looked at him slightly. Taehyung, thank you for letting me in. I really appreciate it. Jungkook didn't smile. His eyes were sharp, still watching Taehyung carefully. Jungkook, why is that guy following you? Taehyung looking down and told him everything about how for the past month he felt like someone was following him, how he heard footsteps behind him even when no one was there, and now just today he saw the reflection of the person in the mirror and it was his ex-boyfriend. His voice shook as he continued. He used to control everything I did, the food I ate, the clothes I wore. I couldn't even go out without makeup. I was near free with him, so I ended it. I told him the truth and he disappeared. But now he is back and I am scared. Jungkook listened quietly and stood up and panicked up. And picked up his car key. Jungkook, can I drop you home if you want? No need, I live next to you. I just forget to carry my today. If he attacked me, I wouldn't be able to protect myself. Jungkook has a neighbor. Yes, for my safety, I know how to fight a little, but sometimes that's not enough. Jungkook using might make you a criminal. No, if it is for self-defense, I know a little law, you know. Try to smile, try to lighten the mood a bit. Anyway, how are you liking the neighborhood so far? Jungkook, till now it's peaceful, no one disturb me. Taehyung, maybe the old lady hasn't visited you yet. Jungkook, old lady? She's come without calling. She talked for hours and bring snacks. Just don't open the door when she rings. Jungkook nodded slowly. His face remained calm, but there was a flicker of amusement in his eyes. And then Taehyung looked up at him seriously. Taehyung, hey, are you usually busy? Jungkook, for the next few months, I am free. What? Taehyung quietly, can you be my friend boyfriend? Jungkook froze. He had been asked out before many times, but never something like this. Jungkook, what? Then because of my ex, I even went to police, but they couldn't find him. I thought maybe if you pretend to be mine, he might stop. Then give a soft sorry smile. Then I know this is a lot to ask. I just don't want to be scared anymore. There was a silence between them. Jungkook eyes didn't leave Taehyung's face. Finally he said, Jungkook, fine, I'll do it. Taehyung eyes widened. Taehyung, really? Jungkook, but now go home. I need to sleep. The words sound cold, but his tone was softer than before. Taehyung stood up. Taehyung, okay. Thank you, Jungkook. I mean it. He left the house quickly. His eyes were still beating fast, but it was not fear anymore. It was something new. Warm and strange. When he reached his own home, he peeked out from behind the curtain. The street was empty now. His ex was gone. On the other side, Jungkook stood in the living room. He picked up his phone and texted someone. Jungkook, find everything you can about Kim Taehyung now. Within 10 minutes, his phone Taehyung history appeared, where he studied, where he worked, his family, everything. Jungkook read through it all. Nothing suspicious. Jungkook to himself, he is clean. He placed the phone down and looked out of the window, staring at Taehyung's house. His heart was calm now. The next morning was just like every other day. Taehyung woke up slowly, as still a little sleepy. He sat up in his bed and looked outside the window. The sun was shining softly, but Taehyung thinking another normal day. Same office, same people, same boring work. He signed and went to take a shower, got ready, ate a quick breakfast, and walked to his office. His mind was still thinking about but also about the man who had stood beside him last night, Jungkook. Even thought Jungkook had a cold way of speaking. Sometimes Young felt something different about him, sometimes safe. At the office, nothing excited happened. Like always, he sat at his desk and quickly did his work. No one bothering him much. His colleagues know that Taehyung didn't like talking too much. As the sky turned dark, everyone left the building. Taehyung walked out of slowly, thinking about making some warm soup at home. But then Jungkook, hey Taehyung, Taehyung stepped in his track. He turned around, his eyes were in surprise. Jungkook was standing there, leaning against his big black car, arm across, looking calm but cool. Then Jungkook, what are you doing here? Jungkook, I came to take you home. You said the stalker usually wait around here, right? Then softly, yeah, but I didn't expect you to really come. Jungkook, walking closer, was the work hard today. Let's go home. I'll cook your favorite dinner. Taehyung lip cut into a soft smile. Even thought his face was still a little confused. Just then, one of Taehyung's colleagues noticed them. Colleague Taehyung, so who is this? Before Taehyung could say anything, Jungkook smiled and answered, holding his hand. Jungkook, hi, I'm Taehyung's boyfriend. Jungkook, nice to meet you all. Thank you for taking care of my boyfriend. Taehyung's heart skipped a beat. He was surprised by how easily Jungkook said that, but he quickly played along and waved at his co-worker. Okay, see you tomorrow. He got inside Jungkook's car and they drove away. Inside the car, the silence was a little heavy. Taehyung crossed his arms and looked at Jungkook. You shouldn't tell me first if you plan to show up like that. Jungkook keep his eyes on the road. You asked me to act as your boyfriend and you said that only follow you from office to home, so I came. Taehyung pouting. Still, you couldn't send a message, and also can you talk more nicely? You are always a call. Jungkook cleared his throat and glanced at him for a moment. Jungkook, sorry about that. His voice was softer, and this time Taehyung turned his face to the window but smiled quietly to himself. He liked the sight of Jungkook, gentle, quite protective. When they reached their neighborhood, Jungkook parked the car. Jungkook, get home safe, okay? I'll check around before I go inside. Taehyung smiled. Thank you, Jungkook, really. Jungkook nodded. Good night, Taehyung. Taehyung, good night. He stepped out of walk to the house, feeling warm than usual, even though the night was cold. Jungkook's accent made his heart feel protected. Day passed and everything started to change. Little by little, Taehyung and Jungkook became close. They would often meet after work, eat together, and sometimes talk for hours about little things. Then Jungkook, did you really mean it when you said I am your boyfriend in front of my colleagues? Jungkook, looking down, I just did what you asked, but maybe I didn't hate saying it. Then cheeks turned red and he looked away sadly. Every weekend they had a small movie marathon at each other's house, sometimes at Jungkook place where he made delicious food, sometimes at Taehyung place. Taehyung, you always lose to me. Are you really trying? Jungkook laughed. Maybe I lose on purpose so I can see your cute smile. Taehyung blushing. What? Stop saying things like that. They laughed a lot together, talked late into the night, shared mixed dreams and even fears. Jungkook slowly forgot about keeping distance. He didn't realize how close he had gotten to Taehyung. His cold voice became warm whenever he spoke to him, and Taehyung, who once felt so alone, now looking forward to every single day. One night while watching a movie, Taehyung fell asleep on Jungkook's shoulder. Jungkook looking down at him, his heart beat First, Jungkook whispering softly, "Why do you make me feel this way, Taehyung?" He gently moved to state for his hair away from Taehyung's eyes. That moment was quite calm and full of love. In a thought, no word were spoken. It was just a beginning, but something beautiful was already blooming between them. Jungkook POV spending time with the normal people like them felt magic. It was something I had never experienced before. People usually stay away from me or acted too scared, but he treated me like I was just a normal person, no fear, no pretending, just warmth and laughter. Jungkook thinking I didn't know I could laugh like this again, and not with my real life, but with him I can. They had no idea about who I really was, and honestly, I like it in that way. I could enjoy this uh, peaceful time with him without worry or danger. He was different from anyone I had ever met, so pure, so full of light. Sometimes I would find myself just staring at him, Jungkook thinking, if he like he'll disappear if I blink, like all of this a dream. And I woke up alone again. Taehyung was sitting right beside me on the couch watching the movie. Seriously, this was our third movie of the day, but his eyes were slowly closing. His arm again and again, but he tried to keep his eyes on the screen. I had forgot about the movie a long time ago. My eyes were only on him. Jungkook thinking, why does my heart feel like this? Why do I feel warm every time he smiles? Is this love? I didn't know that it's meant to fall in love, but if love meant this soft feeling in my chest, this need to protect him and keep him close. This then yes, I was falling. Suddenly I felt something soft on my shoulders. I looked down. Jungkook Taehyung. He had his head on my shoulders, eyes half closed. Jungkook, are you tired? Taehyung sleepy voice a little, but this movie is nice. Jungkook smiled softly. We can watch it later. Let's go to bed now. I reached for the remote, but Taehyung suddenly grabbed it and hid it behind him like a child. Taehyung, no, I want to see the ending just a little more. I laughed quietly. This boy, he was too adorable. Jungkook, okay, but at least lie down properly. It's not comfortable like this. He nodded, grabbed a soft cushion and placed it on my lap. Then he gently raised his head there, hugging a small pillow. His eyelashes looked long and soft, his cheeks slightly pink with the warmth. Not even 5 minutes passed and he was already asleep. I looked down at him, heart full of emotion. I didn't know how to explain. Jungkook thinking, why I am like this? Why do I want to take care of him forever? Why do I feel so happy just looking at him? Every time he laughed, every time he called my name, I felt alive again. Jungkook thinking, but what if he find out the truth that I am not just a regular guy? That I am a mafia leader. Will he still smile at me then? This thought hurt. It really hurt because I know one day he might walk away and I wouldn't be able to stop him. I gently ran my finger his ear and whispered softly, Jungkook, sleep well, Taehyung. I wish I could sit like this with you. He didn't move, he just breathed slowly, peacefully, like a child in deep sleep. After a while, I carefully picked him up in my arms. He was light and warm, his hand gently resting against my chest. Uncle softly, you are really special to me. I carried him to the other bedroom, the one he sometimes used when he stayed over. I lay him down on the bed and pulled the soft over him. Then I turned on the light lamp beside the bed, just in case he woke up and needed light. I sat beside the bed for a moment, watching him. Jungkook thinking, I know I can't tell you everything now, but I want to protect you even from myself if I have. I smiled sadly and stood up walking out of the room. I didn't sleep that night. My mind was full of Taehyung, his smile, his sleep eyes, the way he laughed when I teased him, the way he trusted me without even knowing the truth. Jungkook thinking, please don't leave when you find out who I am. Please stay, Taehyung. I closed the door gently behind me, leaving a part of my heart with the boy sleeping peacefully inside. After a short morning light slowly entered the room, dancing on a peaceful face. He was still sleepy, hugging the pillow tightly, his lips slightly pouting in his sleep. His hair was messy, but somehow it made him look even more adorable. He looked like a sleepy angel. Jungkook baby. I opened the door to Taehyung's room quietly. I just wanted to wake him up gently, but the moment my eyes landed on him, I stopped walking. Jungkook softly smiling. How can someone be this cute even when they are just sleeping? I took my phone slightly and snapped a few pictures. I couldn't help it. I needed to keep this moment forever. I sobbed, left my lips as I looked at a photo. Jungkook whispering, I look at these every time I miss you or when I want to you, but you are not near. I walked closer and gently shook his shoulder. Jungkook, Tete, wake up, love. Taehyung groaned, no, let me sleep. I am still tired. He turned to the other side, pulling the blanket over his head. Like a little child, I smiled again, a bit of his sleeping. Jungkook, but baby, don't you have a meeting today? Taehyung frowned under the blanket, still asleep. Then suddenly he sat up straight, eyes wide, and saying, oh no, the meeting I am presenting today. He jumped out of the bed and ran into the bathroom, still mumbling. Taehyung from inside the bathroom, Cookie, please take out the clothes I kept ready. I laughed quietly. Of course, I had already prepared everything from him. His clothes were neatly placed on the bed, ironed and ignored and waiting. Jungkook himself, I know what you need before you even ask, baby. After sitting his things, I walked to the kitchen and began to prepare his breakfast. I made him something light, toast, boiled egg, and orange juices, something quick but healthy. Song Taehyung rushed out of the bathroom, his hair still damp, quickly in his shirt. Taehyung panting, where is my bag? Before he could run out the door, I grabbed his hand gently. Jungkook's Mr. Sleepyhead look at the time. Taehyung looked at the clock and blinked. He still had penalty of time. Taehyung embarrassed. Oh, I really thought I was late. Jungkook, come sit and eat first. You can't go to work with an empty stomach. He followed me to the table and sat down, picking up the toast with a small smile. Taehyung, you always take such a good care of me, Jungkook. Eh? Jungkook softly, because I love you. He looked at me, my eyes shining like stars. Taehyung, blessing, I love you too. We ate together, quietly enjoying the peaceful moment before the busy day began. I watched him making sure he ate enough. He looked beautiful and while his food. After a while, I'll clear my tray. Jungkook, I won't be able to pick you up after work today. I have some important work to handle. Then smile, that's okay. I'll come back safely. Don't worry too much. I looked down for a moment, then met his eyes. Jungkook, serious. I still think about that. I don't want anything to happen to you. Taehyung gently understood Cookie, but I think he stopped following me after he found out. I move on. I am safe now. Trust me, okay? I didn't want to argue. I nodded slowly. Jungkook softly, just message me when you reach, okay? Taehyung smiled and my cheek weak. Promise. He picked up his bag, waved at me, and walked out of the door. My eyes stayed on him until he disappeared down the road. Jungkook thinking, please stay safe, Taehyung. I can't lose you. You are my everything. Time escape. It was already late when Taehyung finally stepped out of the company building. He had stepped back to finish some important files. The office was quiet and most of the colleagues had already gone home. The sky outside had turned dark and the wind was little cold. Taehyung hugged his bag close and walked slowly towards the bus stop. On the way, he noticed a convenience store. He suddenly remembered something. Taehyung smiled. Cookie was looking for his favorite banana milk drink online, but it was out of stock everywhere. Maybe I can find it here. He walked inside the small store, going thought each as his eyes scanned carefully at the every bottle corner of the shelves. Something piqued his eyes. A whole carton of the banana milk was hidden there, almost invisible. Taehyung said, "Yes, I found it." He quickly grabbed it and holding it close as if it was his, he off it walked happily towards the bus stop, ready to surprise Jungkook. But the road was now very quiet. The top nearby paused. Taehyung looked around. His step became a little fast. Taehyung softly nervous. Please come soon, bus. It's so dark. He reached the waiting area and sat down, placing the milk carton beside him. He took out his phone and started scrolling to distract himself. Suddenly, a shadow appeared in front of him. His heart skipped a beat. He slowly looked up and frozen, standing right there with a creepy smile and madness in his eyes was someone he never wanted to see again. Taehyung whispering bang. His ex-boyfriend Ben smacked a miss me baby. Taehyung frankly tried not to so fear. What do you want? Ben, it's hurt seeing you with another guy. How could you do that to me? I love you, Taehyung, and now you go around with that Jungkook. Taehyung had raced, but he stood up slowly, tried to stay calm. His hands were trembling, but he hid them behind his back. Taehyung, we broke up. You have no right to come near me. Please leave. Bam, eyes grew darker. Bam, leave. You were mine. You still are. Suddenly, he grabbed Taehyung's shoulder and started shaking him. Taehyung struggling. Bam, stop. Let's go. The curtain and his phone fall on the ground. Taehyung was shocked, but he tried to stay strong. Bam pulled him forcefully by his hand. Taehyung used his other hand to push him, but he wouldn't let go. Bam, you are mine. You can't belong to anyone else. Taehyung angry, scared. No, I'm not yours. Let me go. With all his strength, Taehyung kicked him in the leg and tried to run, but Bam grabbed him. Taehyung fell on the ground, his back hitting the metal bench. Taehyung tears gathered in his eyes as he held his hand in pain. Just and then something rolled out in his posture. A small his eyes widened. Taehyung thinking fast. I can't let him hurt me again. I have to fight. With the shaking hand, he grabbed his hand was burning with fear and anger before he could defeat himself. Then a loud punch landed straight to Pam's face. Then turned his head slowly. It was Jungkook. His eyes were burning with anger. His jaw clenched, his fist shaking. Jungkook shouting, "How dare you to touch him!" He grabbed Pam by collar and him again and again and again. Jungkook, you hurt him. You think I'll let you live after that? His eyes turned red. His veins popped out. He didn't care who was watching. The only thing he knew was something had tried to hurt the person he loved. Jungkook, please stop. But Jungkook couldn't hurt anything. His mind was filled with the image of Taehyung crying on the ground. He pushed them to the floor and pulled out a small weapon from behind his waist, pointing instead to Vam's forehead. Jungkook, if we ever touch Taehyung again, I won't think twice. Then I Jordan in horror. Taehyung shouting softly, Jungkook, no! He slowly and held Jungkook from behind, holding onto his arms. Then cried, please don't do this, I'm okay now, just don't lose yourself because of him. Jungkook stood there breathing heavy, the weapon still in his hand. Slowly he lowered it, he turned around and pulled Taehyung into his arms tightly. Jungkook shaking, you are hurt, he touched you, he made you cry, I shouldn't we come earlier? Then hugging him tight, you come, that's all that matters. You saved me. Jungkook kissed the top of his head gently, holding him, and if we never let you go again, Jungkook softly let go Hongla. I'm never letting you out of my sight again. They are nodding tearfully. Okay, please don't be mad anymore. Jungkook lifted him up carefully, picked up the curtain and phone and walked away with him in his arms, leaving the broken piece of behind. In the car, the silence felt heavy. Jungkook, still shaken from what had happened, held his phone in his hand. He was texting someone urgent but kept it hidden in his pocket. Once he was done, he turned to look at Taehyung, his heart racing at the sign of him trembling slightly. Jungkook softly concerned, are you okay? Taehyung nodded quickly, tried to hide the fear that is still inside, but Jungkook couldn't see it. He could always read Taehyung's emotion, no matter how much he tried to hide them. Jungkook didn't say anything more. Instant, he reached over and took Taehyung's hand in his squished gently. Jungkook, gently, it's alright, I'm here. That simple gesture of love and support was all it took for Taehyung to lose the last bit of control he had been holding into. His tears started falling freely. He didn't try to hide it anymore. His body shook as he cried, pressing his face into Jungkook's arms. The cry was cracking. I was so scared, Jungkook. I was so scared. I'll lose you. Jungkook heart started as he heard Taehyung's word. He pulled him into a tight hug, wrapped his arms around him, trying to comfort him in a way. Jungkook whispering softly, I'm here, Taehyung. I'll never let you hurt you again, I promise. Taehyung sobbed quietly down after a few minutes. That still tight on Jungkook. Jungkook gently patted his back, tried to calm him down. Taehyung sniffed, wiping his tears. I just don't know what to do if something happened to you, Jungkook. Sincerely, you will never have to find out. I'll always protect you. After a few more minutes of silence, Taehyung finally calmed down. He took a deep breath, tried to steady his emotion. Jungkook concerned, are you okay now? Taehyung nodded slightly. Yeah, I think so. Jungkook kissed the top of Taehyung's head gently. His lip lingered for a moment. Jungkook guilt in his voice. I'm so sorry, dear. Shouldn't we pick you up early? I should be there for you. Taehyung shaking his head. No, Jungkook, it's not your fault. You didn't know he was going to be there. Taehyung wiping his tears again, tried to dry his tears. He then noticed something that made his heart twist and confused. Taehyung curious but slightly worried. But Jungkook, why didn't you have why were you carrying it? Jungkook's expression changed. His face became serious. He looked at Taehyung, gently squeezes his hand. Jungkook softly, we all talk about that when we get at home. I'll explain everything, I promise. Taehyung nodded quietly. His heart is still a little heavy, but trusting Jungkook. The car ride continued in silence as they drove thought in the night. The city light flickered past them. Taehyung felt a little safe, but adjusted soon caught up with him. His eyelids began to grow heavier, and before long he was asleep, his heart resting on Jungkook's shoulder. Other POV. Young woke up a little while later, feeling the movement of the car blink a few times. His surroundings unfamiliar. When he looked up, he was surprised to find himself in Jungkook's arms. Jungkook was carrying him. His pace steady as he walked inside what seems to be a place. The young eyes widened in confusion. The place was beautiful and nothing like Jungkook's usual home. He could see a few people glancing at him as they walking by. The young whispering, hiding his face in Jungkook's neck. Where are we? Is this your place? Jungkook smiled softly at the young question, looking down at him with a gentle expression. Jungkook softly, are you awake then? The young nodded, still holding into Jungkook as he was afraid to let go. Jungkook smiled warmly. This is my real home. The house we were at earlier was just a temporary place. I brought this once because it where I belong. It's my real home. I'm surprised where this place is your home, but it looks so different from what I expected. It feels so grand. Jungkook stopped and walked towards the last luxurious room. He gently placed Taehyung on the soft bed and walked over to a dresser. He picked out some of his clothes and handed them to Taehyung with a warm smile. Jungkook kindly had take a shower and wear these. You will feel better after that. Taehyung nodded, still feeling slightly lost but grateful for Jungkook's care. He went into the bathroom and took a long, calming shower. Letting the warm water wash away the remaining tension in his body. Once he finished, he stepped out and sat on the bed wearing Jungkook's oversized. The fabric felt warm and comfort, and for the first time that night he felt a little bit more too easy. Jungkook knocked on the door before stepping inside. The moment his eyes landed on Taehyung in his clothes, his breath escaped. Taehyung looking so cute. His cheeks were rosy and his hair was slightly damp. Jungkook couldn't stop himself from staring. Jungkook thinking to himself softly, he looks so cute. I just want to hold forever. Taehyung calling out, shaking him gently. Jungkook, are you listening? What is this place? Jungkook snapped out of his thought, looking at Taehyung with a dumbfounded expression. He quickly walked over to the bed and sat beside him. Jungkook softly with a slight sorry, Tae, I was lost in thought. This is my home. The house we were in earlier was just a temporary place. I wanted to bring you here to show you where I truly live. Taehyung blinked a few minutes, still trying to process everything. He looked at Jungkook, his heart full of warmth. Taehyung softly, so this is where you really live? Why didn't you tell me before? Jungkook smiled. I wanted to keep this part of my life private for a while, but now I think it's time you know. I want to be a part of all of it. Every part of me, this place, my life, this all yours now too. Taehyung heart in his chest. The room was quiet, only the ticking of the small clock on the wall could be heard. Taehyung sat on the bed, his sleeve rolled up on his arms and a small cut off his cheeks. Jungkook stood in front of him with a worried face. He holding a first aid box. Taehyung, may I ask what do you do for work? Jungkook looked at him, and for a moment his eyes frozen. His hand stopped moving, and he became quiet. He looked away, clearly unsure of what to say. Taehyung, hey, don't you have to force yourself. If you can tell me when you feel comfortable, okay? Just don't do anything dangerous. I just want you safe. Jungkook nodded slowly and opened the first aid box. Jungkook, let me help you with these bandage and cut. Taehyung gave a small nod and gently lifted his sleeve to show his arms. The bandage were a reminder of the hard fall had earlier. Jungkook softly placed an ice pack on Taehyung's cheek. While doing all this, Jungkook whispered softly, Jungkook, I am a mafia boss. Taehyung, what? Are you really a mafia boss? He looked up at Jungkook's eyes wide and voice soft. Jungkook nodded. Yes, Taehyung. I didn't want to hide it, but I was scared. I thought you would leave me if you know. Taehyung didn't speak. He just sat down on the couch. His mind running fast. His heart felt confused, heavy. Jungkook knelt down in front of him. Jungkook, I know this is too much. I understood if you want to go. I only wanted to protect you, no scare you. Taehyung whispered, you hurt people? Jungkook softly, not the bad ones, the ones who try to harm innocent people. I never wanted this life, but it became my responsibility. Taehyung stayed quiet for a moment, then slowly reached out and cupped Jungkook's cheek. Taehyung, you saved me. You never hurt me. You cared when no one else did. Even today, you made sure I was safe, Jungkook, because I love you, Taehyung. Taehyung had escaped a bit. His lip parted slightly as he stared into Jungkook's warm brown eyes. Taehyung, you love me? Jungkook nodded. I didn't plan to fall in love, but your smile, your kindness, your fire, I couldn't help it. Tears filled Taehyung's eyes, but his lips soft parted across his lips. Taehyung, they'll all stay because I love you too, Jungkook. Even if you are the mafia boss, Jungkook's eyes widened, filled with emotion. He leaned forward and hugged Taehyung tightly, wrapping his arms around him. Jungkook, you don't know how happy that makes me. My Taehyung softly at Jungkook his forehead. So does this mean I am the mafia boss boyfriend now? Jungkook grinned. No, Taehyung being confused. Jungkook teasing. You are the mafia boss. Everything blushing. Taehyung hid his face in Jungkook's chest. Jungkook's man gently pulled into a slow and full of love. Taehyung responded slowly, his hand resting on Jungkook's chest.